Hey, good morning, everybody. 11 a.m. I woke up about an hour-ish ago. Before I go into this video, I do like to apologize for not bringing out the video yesterday, because I received some pretty tough news yesterday that I wasn't myself. You know what I'm trying to say? It was a pretty tough news. I don't want to share that with you because I think that stays between personal, between me and my other friends. So I don't want to share that with you, and I'm sorry about that. It is simply out of respect for that family. Okay, it is simply out of respect that you guys don't know. All right, so and yeah, that sucked. It does sucked. I woke up today ready to do a Panther recap, which the game was bonkers. I still think they have a chance, but it's an old saying goes with Miami TVG. Uh, can't panic, won't panic, and usually they lead to a victory in the series. We've been through this before. We lose game one, and they make this comeback and win it in the series, like Boston twice. Remember that? Um, Toronto, it might be the same way. And now one more thing: the trailer came out. The GTA 6 trailer 2 came out, so like I had to watch that and I had to share my reaction with you guys. So hopefully you guys get a kick out of it. I upload on both of my channels. This on this channel would be like just the reaction itself, and the other in my other YouTube channel is a full reaction on how I'll put my intakes of this GTA 6 trailer. So I was very excited for it. So I was like, you know what, I had to delay this a little bit longer, and then we talk Panthers, which was so yeah, man, that's pretty nice. All right, on to the hockey game. So it's the Panthers, game one in Toronto, Canada, Scotiabank Arena. We lose 5-4 to the Toronto Maple Leafs. The Panthers were gonna make that comeback. And I believed it. I believed there was going to be a comeback in this one because that was a putrid start in the first period. Awful start for the Panthers. Giving up 3 goals to two. 2 of them came from the same player. And our defense was just like, what the hell are you doing? You can match up well against the Toronto Maple Leafs, but they just didn't. They just didn't. So Sergei Bobrovsky going up against the starting goaltender is Anthony Stollarts. And we'll talk about that whole controversy of what happens in the second period. So let's get things going. Let's get things going. So it starts off with the face-off win for Barkov, and the Maple Leafs score in 33 seconds into the game. He's assisted by Jake McCabe. That's his second assist, and Max Pacioretty, if I said it right, that's his second assist of the playoffs. And off the wrist shot, William Nylander. His 4th goal of the playoffs. Nylander scores, and you can't stop it. So 1-0 Toronto already. Tavares with the shot attempt that was stopped by Bobrovsky. And this period's been all Toronto. Now, there was a penalty on Max Domi for cross-checking Brad Marchand. So the Panthers go on a power play. One shot on target came at that power play, which was an 8:08 into that period. Which was Sam Bennett with the wrist shot, which was stopped by Anthony Stollarts, and this power play is killed off. So not a good penalty right there for the Panthers, honestly. Anthony Stollarts making some pucks movement saves. And then 12:51 into the period. It's again. So there was a hit on Oliver Ekman-Larsson, and Ekman-Larsson loses the puck after a shot attempt from Ekman-Larsson, which then goes into the stick of William Nylander, and that was an easy goal from William Nylander to get one past Bobrovsky. That was rough. That is a rough goal to give up by the Panthers. Pacioretty with his 3rd assist of the playoffs, and Oliver Ekman-Larsson, former Panther, first assist of the playoffs. Nylander gets his 2nd goal and his 5th goal of the playoffs. Outrageously bad defense. Bobby McMahon with the wrist shot, which was stopped by Bobrovsky. Brian Marchand actually hit the crossbar, which that was awful. And Nico Mikkola with the holding against Holmberg. So Toronto goes on the power play. During that power play, Mitch Marner with the wrist shot, which was stopped by Bobrovsky. And then the penalty is finished because they had too many men on ice. They had too many men on ice, and this penalty was served by Holmberg. So it'll be a 4-on-4 for about 45 seconds. That 4-on-4 ended. And in the tail end of this power play, Panthers will get on the board. He's assisted by Carter Verhaeghe. That's his second assist of the playoffs. And Matthew Tkachuk's third assist of the playoffs. And the snapshot is Seth Jones. His second goal of the playoffs. Seth Jones makes it 2-1 for the Toronto Maple Leafs. So Seth Jones gets up on the board for the Panthers. And looking good, right? Looking pretty good. Until it wasn't. 19 seconds later, this just like the face-off originally, they score. They would score again, and man, that was frustrating to give up. Just absolutely frustrating to give up that goal. He's assisted by William Nylander. That's his 7th assist of the playoffs. And it's Morgan Riley. Morgan Riley with his 3rd goal of the playoffs off the wrist shot to get one in for the Maple Leafs. And it's now 3-1 Maple Leafs. Good job, defense. I mean, really, good job right there. Mitch Marner with the wrist shot. That was stopped by Bobrovsky. Austin Matthews with the wrist shot. That was stopped by Bobrovsky. By the way, some really nice saves against Austin Matthews late in the game from Bobrovsky. Austin Matthews again tries to tip it in, but that was stopped by Bobrovsky. And Austin Matthews again with the snap shot. That was stopped by Bobrovsky. Then we go to the second period. Be down 3-1 against the Maple Leafs. Not good at all. It just isn't that good. Dmitry Kulikov to start off the period with the wrist shot that was stopped by Stolarz. Balinskis with the hook and goal against John Krok. So Maple Leafs go on a power play. Immediately, right off the face-off from John Tavares is a tip in, which was stopped by Bobrovsky. No shot on goal since. So that penalty is killed off. Gustav Forsling with the wrist shot, which was stopped by Stolarz. Holmberg with the interference call against Seth Jones. So the Panthers go on a power play. During this power play, Carter Verhaeghe with the wrist shot, which was stopped by Stolarz. And then some rebound attempts from Sam Bennett. And Sam Bennett right towards Anthony Stolarz with the wrist shot. And then another one a few seconds later to Anthony Stolarz. And both plays were stopped there by Anthony Stolarz. And that came with a big price from Sam Bennett being as stupid. I mean, why are you fucking putting your arm bar like this towards a goaltender, especially if it's our goaltender from last season? Why? So here's what happened. After the save was made, right, and the puck was being penetrated to the Blue Chris, Anthony Stolarz trying to make the saves. Here comes Sam Bennett, right? And I'm saying this as a Panthers fan. He comes in with a little bit of forearm check to Anthony Stolarz right here, right? This is where the concussion comes in. Even though there's a helmet, but there's still some exposure at the back of the head towards the goaltender. There is a little small spot where you still can get hurt. Sam Bennett comes in with the forearm check on Anthony Stolarz. Boy, was that stupid. That is so stupid by Sam Bennett. Was it purposeful? I mean, I really don't think it's purposeful, in my honest opinion. You can disagree with me all you want. I don't think it's purposeful, but I do agree that was reckless. That was as reckless as a move from Sam Bennett, and I don't condone it. I will not condone that type of thing. Aaron Ekblad did that to Hagel. He got suspended. We'll see what happens today with Sam Bennett. But dude, this goes for all Panthers players. I understand we need to have that. Oh, I'm gonna beat the shit out of this person. We want to be that top dog mentality, but we got to do it responsibly, and we got to win games responsibly and not be reckless. You know what I'm trying to say? That was stupid. So Anthony Stolarz done for the day, or done for the night. And so now I think it's Joseph Woll is their name, their backup goaltender, to fill in the spot for the rest of the game. But then immediately after that, though, after the Stolars and Joseph Wall switched positions, Tanev, Chris Tanev with the goal that will make it 4-1 Maple Leafs. He's assisted by Matthew Knies. That's his first assist of the playoffs. Jake McCabe, second assist of the game, and third assist of the playoffs. Chris Tanev with his first goal of the playoffs. Barkov a little bit later that with the holding the stick call against John Tavares. Maple Leafs going to power play, and this power play is killed off. Power play is killed off. Only one shot on target, which was Matthew Knies, which was stopped by Bobrovsky. Joseph Woll's now making saves from Reinhart and Verhaeghe. Gustav Forsling trying to shoot one in. No goal at all for the Panthers in the second period. Unbelievably bad. I'm sorry, it was bad. It was a garbage period by the Panthers. You put in a lane-wasting hit on Stolars, which I hope he's okay. I hope he's okay. He was our goaltender. He was our backup goalie last year. We'll see what happens, dude. Third period, there were some sparks of hope. Morgan Rielly hits the cross, with the backhand hits the crossbar. Thank goodness. But after that, we get a goal. He's assisted by Brad Marchand. That's his fifth assist of the playoffs. And Anton Lundell's fourth assist of the playoffs. And Lo Serena tips it in. That's his second goal of the playoffs to make it 4-2. So we cut the lead in half, right? So now Morgan Rielly, Bobby McMann, Barkov are all shooting the pucks. But 4:30 into the third period, after Rodriguez tries to tip it in against Joseph Wall, which was stopped, we get a goal. It's now 4-3 Maple Leafs, and we still have plenty of time to tie it up. He's assisted by Marchand. That's his sixth assist of the playoffs. Nate Schmidt gets his first assist of the playoffs. He does get 3 goals. He does have 3 goals in the playoffs. But Uvis Balinskis with the wrist shot in to get past Joseph Wall, that was a thing of beauty, man. I mean, Balinskis, who knew he could score a playoff goal, right? That's his first one in the playoffs. It's now 4-3 Toronto. So there's some hope. Timeout for the Leafs, trying to get things settled down. Sam Bennett with the hooking call against Tavares, so another penalty on Sam Bennett. So Toronto goes on a power play. John Tavares with the wrist shot, which was stopped by Bobrovsky. And this power play is killed off. Sam Bennett now being as aggressive as he is, getting that puck into the back, and then he was close. But Joseph Wall saving the pucks off the rebound. That was just crazy stuff. We want to have a backup goaltender like that. We want to have an Anthony Stolars back. In fact, we want a Joseph Wall type of backup goaltender into our locker room, not Vanacek. Austin Matthews with the wrist shot, which was stopped by Bobrovsky. Mitch Marner. That was a takeaway and a breakaway from Austin Matthews, but that was an amazing save by Bobrovsky. He could do it. He could do that against Austin Matthews. Insanity, man. And then another freaking penalty on the Panthers. Now I get to the point where I'm really frustrated. I'm really frustrated with these penalties. And I'm also frustrated that some of the calls that are supposed to go Panthers' way is not doing that. So, Toronto goes on yet another power play. Austin Matthews with a tip-in, which was stopped by Bobrovsky. Max Domi with the wrist shot, that was stopped by Bobrovsky as well. Mitch Marner with the slap shot, that was stopped by Bobrovsky. This penalty will be killed off. Nylander nearly makes his hat trick, but that hit the crossbar. But that penalty is killed off. Then, as the Panthers are trying to get that puck into the back of net, Reinhart tries to tip it in to the right side. He was tripped and no call. Now I'm angry. I'm so angry at this goal because as our Panthers players, especially Reinhart, are trying to get that puck into the back of the net, he was tripped up right in front of the fucking referee. No call at all, and that led to a fucking score. Bullshit. Absolutely bullshit. Now they say all those talk about the Panthers saying, the taxes and all that bullshit. Yet they didn't get one call that was just right in front of them with the tripping from Reinhardt. Nothing. And of course that led to a Toronto score. God, that's so frustrating that happens. It doesn't happen that often, but when it does, that is a freak out mode from me. So bullshit, man. and now it's 5-3. That should never have happened. We should have been on a power play right there. But no, they rewarded a Toronto goal. Bullshit. It's Matthew Nice. He assists by Tener. That's his second assist of the playoffs. And Mitch Marner, 8th assist of the playoffs. Matthew Nice with a filthy goal. And that's all your fault. All your fault. I mean, I still say the defense had the responsibility there to try to stop Matthew Nice from that break. I also want to pinpoint on the referees too, because you flat out missed a tripping call from Reinhardt. You missed it, and look what happened. Do better. I swear to you, do better. Anyway, 5-3, catastrophic. I say this was a catastrophic goal to give up, because now you got to score. Once again, 2 goals. Try and make this comeback. It should never have happened, but it did anyway. Now look what happened. So, anyway, Morgan Riley's trying to end it. Bobrovsky said no. Now the Panthers are being aggressive. Now they're trying to get that puck into the back end. That's all those saves from Joseph Wall, from Russell Reenen, Forsling, Carter Verhaeghe, Alexander Barkov. All of them are from the wrist shots attempts. By that point, empty netter has to be the strategy here. But we score anyway. It's now 5-4 Toronto. Sam Bennett gets the goal here, his 4th goal of the playoffs. Carter Verhaeghe gets an assist. Timeout Panthers. Get settled in. Catch the breath. And then go at it. So empty net for Bobrovsky, and they could not get anything to the back of the net. Verhaeghe was really close to doing so. They just were not able to get that one final push to the back of the net. They were close to do so to tie it up, but they just were not able to finish that comeback. So the final score is 5-4. Leafs. I'm gonna say this. I'm not saying it's all the referees' faults, because the first period they had not much involvement in the first period. Okay, they were not. All right, they were not. Because I can prove it to you all. Right. None of the goals for the Leafs were power play goals. Okay, there was no power play goals at all in this game. Right, no power play goals at all. So. Oh, actually, no, I was wrong. Seth Jones with that snapshot into the back of the net, but there was no Maple Leafs power play, so we can kill off the penalties, right? So it's not the referee's fault. They were calling a fairly good game for the most part, but that one missed call in the third period, yeah. All right. So anyway, team stats: 30 shots on target for the Leafs, and 5 of them went in. 29 shots on targets for the Panthers. 51 hits, so that's aggressive. And also, too, yeah, we have a power play goal. Yeah, I told you this. 3 power play opportunities for the Panthers. They got one with Seth Jones. 5 for the Maple Leafs. They didn't capitalize none of it. 11 block shots for the Panthers, 24 block shots for the Leafs, 4 takeaways for the Panthers, 3 takeaways for the Leafs, 13 giveaways for the Panthers, and 17 giveaways for the Leafs. And stars of the game, no surprises here. William Nylander with 2 goals and assists with 1 star. 2 stars, Matthew Nice with 1 goal and assist. And 3 stars goes to Chris Chernaff with 1 goal, 1 assist. That's game 1. No panicking. Don't panic. Won't panic. They got this. I think they're going to rebound, and they got some defensive reinforcements in game 2 with Aaron Ekblad coming back from suspension again. But anyway, man, I'm done talking about this. And tonight, I'll see you guys for the Panthers recap. All right, later. Have a good one.